Good evening, everybody. It's Crazy Russian 86 here. Welcome back to another video. Wrapping up Wisconsin week and wrapping up month of June. Monday, June 30th, I'm gonna make this video for both days, Sunday and Monday. I know a week usually ends on Sunday, right? But it's like, I started from Tuesday, which was like 11 months in Wisconsin anniversary, and it was also the birthday of my cousin. And today is also somebody else from Russia's birthday. It was like a family friend, if you will, or the guy is like, he's a little older than me, but not by much. He's like Todd's age now, if that gives you a clue, Alan and Todd's age. But he lives in Russia, has a lot of kids. And today's his birthday. He's turning 46. But here's the significance of it, and I'm gonna explain it to you right now. I have a story to tell. Let me see how the fuck can I open this motherfucking drink. It's fucking shouldn't be that difficult, but apparently it is. Oh, here it is. I see. It's one of those, right? Pretty uncomfortable to drink this. Lemonade vodka. 4.5% of alcohol by volume. Fuck, I'm just gonna drink it like that, I guess. Fuck it. It works. But I have a story to tell, and it's funny thing, somebody's over there, but I don't care, I'm gonna let them listen. But anyways, let me start. I'm gonna talk about the significance of today and what happened 30 years ago. I'm gonna tell you with a pre-story first. One of the girls I used to work with, and I suspect her to be one of the relatives of Nicole, because they kind of look like relatives, and she was a nice girl too, also cute. And I was Facebook stalking her just like I was Facebook stalking Nicole 15 years ago. And I told that girl about her too. She was smiling, I don't know. I suspect she's her relative because she even look like her a little bit. And she's also very cute. And then they've been talking about like fucking with me about going out with her. And I'm like, well, first of all, she's like half of my age. Second of all, she has a boyfriend. I'm not fucking with girls with the boyfriends, And also I'm not gonna be here for too long because I am meant to be here. Because things are weird and people don't act like they normally do because I'm always weird as probation. But which I want to get the fuck out. If I would just live like normally in Wisconsin, then, things would be different. Oh, but this stupid bitch, I don't want to talk about that. I've been talking about it in all my other videos, but let me get back to something else. So one day I was Facebook stalking her, and then I saw this video, people doing tricks, like all the tricks were doing the balloon stuff. So then I saw the people walking in the balloon, and they were like, imagine like this, you just standing there looking at people, and they're like, there's this, and then there is this huge balloon, and you see like how people walking inside of the balloon, and people just like, wow, that's so freaking cool, like there is a balloon, right? And there's like people inside of there, and they just can literally walk in there, and they like live inside of there, and like so cool, right? So the story I'm gonna tell you right now also has to do something with the tricks. So that guy who is turning 46 today, in St. Petersburg, Russian countryside, right? It was dacha, right, in Repino. It was 30 years ago. So I remember it was his birthday, he was turning 16, and she decided to amaze everybody with his tricks. So the trick involved a freaking lighter and a finger. So he was like doing this thing with the lighter, whatever, with the fucking fire, and then here he is, taking his big finger out. And I remember us seeing him. On one hand, he had his big finger, and there is no finger on this hand, right? And then what he did is, he took the finger of his hand, like, right, and he put it right back, like strapped it right back like normal. And here he is, like, having the finger back again. I don't know if it was tricks or optical illusion, whatever, but this is what it was, you know. So you see, that's the connection between St. Petersburg, Russia, my experiences in Russia and Wisconsin, you know. And you know, that's just crazy. It's like being in Wisconsin, even though like it's different culture, different people, but for whatever reason that reminds me of my like childhood. That's why I kind of feel at home. And the climate in here is also similar to St. Petersburg, Russia. Like when I was here during the winter, I was literally remembering the air and the cold and everything. Like, oh my God, that's like I came back home, you know? Literally. I came back home, outside of home. There must be a way to open it better, because like this shit is just weird. I'm maybe not smart enough to figure it out, but... And I don't want to apply too much force, because it doesn't meant to, you know, like... It doesn't meant to be so difficult, but it just... I'm seeing it now, okay. You just have to slide it. Stupid me. You see, it's not about strength, it's about mind. And this is also something people used to tell me in Russia. When I was thinking about, oh my God, I want to be big and strong, need people to fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck them up. So, but people were telling me, you know what? It's about being smart. And then other people have been fucking around, because you know when you, like teenagers hit puberty, we always like talk about sex and stuff. And somebody was telling me, you know what's the main organ in human's body? It's not a fucking dick, it's a fucking brain, you know? So, they've been telling me that too, as a teenager. So, but, anyways. So I told you about the trick and that connection, kind of, you know, that was kind of story of the day. I don't know if I was annoying, but, you know, I am who I am, so. I don't have social emotional abilities to, like, attract people. But I don't care, I'm doing it for myself, you know. Maybe somebody will find it interesting, you know, but. Cannot connect to people, but it's not the reason for people to be acting weird. But I'm about to be done with this shit anyway. Which I shouldn't be on this shit to begin with, in my opinion, but that was my fault. But then there are good things came out of it. Now I understand American people better. How they think, how they interact. And I noticed, like, even on the phone when I was talking to these people, since I understand American people better, you know, like, I have easier time interacting with people now, because I understand how to talk to them better. Just be patient and just, like, be nice, but not, like, nice, but, like, just have to, like, understand the American ways of interaction, which I was avoiding, but now I'm like, you know what, this is how it is. I just have to, like, get with the program, I guess, a little bit more, instead of looking back, because I'm like, fuck this shit, I didn't subscribe to it, you know. But this is just how life is, period, you know. Like in life in general, if you think about it, like, nobody chose to be born, nobody chose to be born in a certain way. Like, I didn't choose to be in Russia and come to America. I didn't choose to be Jewish, whatever, like 70% Jewish. I didn't choose to grow up with a single mom. But here I am. Life is just a journey, you know. Life is just a journey. I didn't choose to deal with people asking me stupid questions, but apparently my decision made that type of outcome, but then again, that type of outcome was weird and unpredictable to me, because I never thought that people would be treating me like that, asking me stupid questions, saying coffee is bumping, and then fucking, what else? Spelling their fucking names for me, and telling me shit I already know. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you telling me this? I already know this shit. I didn't think people gonna be treat me like that because I told them something which I shouldn't say. I just didn't think that outcome is gonna be like that. I was thinking people gonna be more understanding. I'm like, okay, well, we're not gonna fuck with you anymore. Just do what you can. We're not gonna fire. We're gonna shut the fuck up and let you be you, without doing some bullshit. But no, the outcome was way more different than that. And I was like, what the fuck? But you know, and I was going crazy because of that. And people were treating me like I'm dangerous. But I was like, I'm not dangerous. I'm not trying to pick up the fight. It's just like more so, what the fuck? You know? It's just your interpretation of things, you see. But it was not really my intention to like get into the fight with people. I was just like getting pissed off at people for asking me stupid questions, that's all. I didn't was trying to get to the fight. It was just pissing me off, that's all. But in different societies, people act differently. It's not St. Petersburg, Russia. In America, people don't act like that, then they pissed off, so. People are more polite and acting weird, which makes me pissed off too, but I guess I got used to it. But you know, that's like, this is like how people try to relate to people based on what's wrong with them, but this is not the way to go. And as a matter of fact, I was always the type of person people will fuck with me because of what's wrong with me, both in America and Russia, by the way. I was always thinking like, I want to kill this motherfucker. Don't fuck with me. I want to do what I want to do, don't like it. Like, fuck you, you know. And that's why I was suffering, because I was not big and strong, because I was thinking like, fuck, if I was big and strong, I'll fuck somebody up. Now I'm like, okay, you can't do it in America because of the law. In Russia, back in the day, you might be able to do that, but it's not a good way, you know. It's like living like difficult, violent life, because violence breeds violence. But at the same time, to me, it's like, how can I get the stupid ass people get off my ass and let me just do what I can instead of listening to the motherfuckers bitching at me? Because the motherfuckers bitching at me because they don't like the way I do things, because they think that it's not normal. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to be fucking people up and going crazy around people. It was exactly the fucking reason. Because I don't see anything wrong with my actions, and if people think differently, I want to fuck them up because of it. You know, that's the problem there. That's what it is, you know. And I feel like all the fucking norms, whatever they consider normal, just doesn't apply to me. The kind of individual I am, so. And then like people like trying to see what's wrong with me, so they're spelling English words to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Tell me shit I already know. Tell me that 2 + 2 is 4. Fuck. I'm not stupid, you know, what the fuck. No, there's something wrong with you, you cannot be like this. Yes, I can, I don't give a fuck. Oh, people are not gonna be friends with you. I don't care. To me, quite honestly, I was always the happiest when I was left alone without people, going to work, minding my business, thinking about things, concentrating on things. I'm like, okay, where I am, what needs to be done? Okay, I'm at work. Okay, I'm lifting stuff. What needs to be done to get this done? That's all I'm thinking about. I don't even fucking pay attention to people. And in Russia, I was the same way, you know. I was just like figuring things out, and people like, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, motherfucker. That's how I always been, you know. Fixated on stuff, thinking, concentrating on things. And that's not really a Russian thing. And you know, some people in Russia, they were telling me, you know, you're not leaving because you don't have social life, you don't going out to bars and clubs. And I was doing that as a teenager in Russia too, but it was not fun for me. I didn't have feelings for these girls, didn't have good coordination, couldn't dance. The only time it was fun for me, you know, when I was drunk, so I was just like, didn't give a shit about anything, but outside of that, it's just like, you know. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You online?
I'm just making a video, but it's okay. I don't mind talking to you. I'm just, you know, doing me. We can talk later, you know. But you don't bother me. You cool.
Okay. No, I was just listening to you. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm just listening to you.
You can listen to me. I know that's probably part of your job, but...
Oh, no. I'm not the police.
What's up?
I'm not the police.
No, not police, but maybe like psychologist or something. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I'm not even thinking you're police. I'm thinking more like psychologist, psychiatrist.
Because you smelled that,
What's up?
that gas. But you're not from here?
You know it. You can hear it in my accent,
I
don't
like it. It's intriguing. I like it. And I like everything you were saying. I was listening. I pay attention.
you? I know you're doing. That's okay.
That's why I was staring at you. I know you didn't think I was being rude or nothing. Like,
I'm not thinking about nothing when I'm making
because
my
I'm
video.
just like them. I'm out here. You could be putting that on social media. I'm watching just like the outside people should be watching.
You know, I'm not thinking about that type of stuff. You know, I'm from Russia, and in Russia we don't do that type of stuff. Like a lot of
you
things.
were saying it's different.
Yeah, a lot of things that American thinking about, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't mean to come off this way. I'm listening to that, I'm like, I'm not even thinking about it, you know?
Right.
Like, you know, you think, you know, I don't want to come off as rude, this, that. I'm not even thinking about things like that a lot of times. Honestly, you know, I'm just doing me.
Exactly how you should.
Yeah,
Be yourself.
even though being yourself, people think that you're weird, but
Me too. So I don't give a
there's no reason for it, you know?
Nope. You say you're from Russia?
Yeah,
That's cool. I never met anybody from Russia.
now you do, but like I said,
You don't like it here?
well, I do. I like Wisconsin, like I was talking that video that
Mhm.
it just happened with my childhood and what's going on. I was talking about the tricks and stuff, the similarities of it. Because I knew one girl from Wisconsin. That's why when I transferred from California, I picked Wisconsin because of that girl from group I used to go to, Students for Free Thought, which is atheist group. Her name was Nicole, you know.
Oh,
She's
okay.
from Menominee Falls too. And I think that she has relatives in Racine. Because I used to work with a girl who looks like her. They look like they could be relatives. When I look at that girl, she was much younger, but I immediately thought about it. And she was a cute girl too. And I'm like, is that girl relative of Nicole? I really thought that like the first day I seen her.
It could be.
Yes, and she was a very nice girl, you know. I really like her. And some people messing with me, like I said, like, oh, you want to ask her out, be her man, but like, first of all, she's half of my age and she had a man, so it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not messing with the girls who has men, even though she's
that's
cute.
nothing but drama.
Exactly. And she's a cute girl, you know. It's just like, but I don't look at her like that, obviously, you know.
I do. Shit. You
What?
gotta be at least a little bit attracted. There's no way.
Well, I mean,
Personally.
I think she's really cute, like I said.
But could you honestly see yourself with a person for the rest of your life, no matter who, that you're not attracted to?
Well, like my friend Lydia, from New York, whom I'm probably gonna see soon. I was not initially attracted to her, but I always had a feeling that maybe I'm gonna end up with her.
Oh, so it's a connection. It was a different type of connection then.
But I mean, she's cute. She's like, when I remember her, she's like not bad looking, but she's kind of an anorexic, you know. I helped her with the green card, but I didn't want to be with her.
She's from Iraq?
No, she's from my country.
Oh, Russia.
She's from
I'm
St.
sorry,
Petersburg
I'm
too. No, but it's funny because I do have
I'm learning.
But I do have a friend from Iraq though.
Oh.
He was also going to that Students for Free Thought group. His name was Ahmad. So I was actually friends with him in Ohio. And he's a nice guy. But I'm not talking about him right now.
Okay.
He's a man to begin with, okay? And he's from...
Period.
What's up?
I said period.
Yeah, that's different. So
Yeah, see, that's that.
you're talking about
mannequin.
man and woman
Yeah.
attraction, and now you're talking about my friend from Iraq, who was a dude anyway.
Exactly.
So, and he's now married with kids, I think. So he's like 2 years younger than.
Open conversation.
Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to girl Lydia, she was just like too skinny. But I mean, facially, like she looks cute, you know, she's alright. But like I said, because I had a girlfriend, I was treating her more like a friend.
Well,
I was not
good.
looking at her like I want to be in a relationship
Anything
with her.
more, yeah.
I didn't care because I had a girlfriend, so.
You were satisfied. You were content.
At the time, yeah. But now, with the way things are going, I feel like the way life puts me through, I feel like I'm meant to be with that girl. And I'm probably gonna see her very soon. And I'm probably gonna leave Wisconsin soon. Which is a good thing because I can't live like that. I'm jobless. I don't have no money.
I'm in the same predicament.
I don't even get unemployment to disability, and I can't get disability because in order to get the disability, you need to be more weird than me. Which I never even wanted to. Some people ask me, do you have a BT card? And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you asking me these questions? I never had a BT card in my life. Until a couple years ago, I never even heard of that anyway. I was just like, I was not even thinking, oh, because I'm weird, I have to like,
You're not weird.
I mean, I a little bit am, but I just don't care.
You're just different, and you don't. You're different. That's all.
That's how I like.
Good. It's good that you're you.
That's how I like to look at myself. But other people don't look at me like that. They're trying to pinpoint what's wrong with me.
I feel the same way. I feel the same fucking way. I feel the same way. Yep, I can't get disability. I just won my appeal for
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna pause this video because I'm about to have conversation. I don't want that type of stuff to be on the internet anymore. Thanks for watching, guys.